Okay, so hello, uranium friends, checking in on CCJ. We're on a weekly chart here in log scale. Um, if you recall from previous videos, you can tell that this is the anchored VWAP, and this is a level that I was playing off of at the time. But we're in a different spot right now because we have uh, daily consolidation has begun. What does daily consolidation mean? Well, it broke the low of the previous day. So we are in daily consolidation. Now it's all a matter of, okay, so what's the depth of it at this point, and where is that healthy? So, I spoke about this RSI divergence multiple times, and there's another guy, Liberty Offensive, talks about it too. It's not the be all end all for me, but I do pay attention. If you really go back into this monthly, this RSI divergence has been going on for quite some time, so it kept making new highs. Even let's just go from this peak. So you see these new highs there, and then when it gets to even another new high, it's lower. So you have a long running RSI divergence there, and it stands out more on this weekly chart. And even if I just extend this up for you to see, you can tell, right? Making new highs, but not on the RSI. So is it everything to me? No, but it's something I do pay attention. So back to the anchored VWAP. So now that we're in consolidation, now that consolidation has started, well, I take this another anchored VWAP off of this high, and now it's starting to delineate a zone for me where I can see that the confluence of indicators show strength, right? So we have a good base of support here anyway. It's between 30, let's just say for ease of everything, between 36 and 38 bucks. And we do have a gap here of note, which is about a 30-cent gap, 70 to 39. Yeah, so we have a 30-cent gap right in here on the daily. I'm kind of keeping an eye on that as to where I would like to be a buyer for bullish purposes. So I posted on Twitter today about my trims, and I posted last week about my entry into some CCJ puts. So on Friday, I did enter some CCJ puts, double top rejection, $38 puts for December. And I did trim about a third of that position today just to keep the hedge relatively easy on the cost basis. So, pretty good. I'm well above my cost basis. I'm in profit on them. I'm going to ride them down for a little bit, but I will be interested in accumulating down here. This is where I think it could get down to. My first look will be right at this 12 EMA, which is around 40. So I'm going to have to see how it reacts there. But for me, for the purposes of the levels and support, where can I find it? So even if I come all the way back here, I start to look at this volume profile, and there's support here, and it lines up with these levels that I'm talking about, the 36 to $38 range. We have a good volume shelf that has been built since the life of the stock. So going back to those numbers again, what else do we see up here that we have in that area? So we have the 50-day simple moving average and the 50-day exponential average all here. So I'm kind of looking in this area as my targets for my puts, and maybe to start building back up a position again. I am still in CCJ for long-term holds. I do have some leaps. I'm actually going to have to start thinking about what to do with them as well. They're deep, deep money leaps and well in profit because I've trimmed out uh, a good portion of them. So CCJ, as it sits, is just starting daily consolidation. I mean, look at this weekly. In order for the weekly consolidation to even begin, you've got to get down to 37.20. So, as hard as this may seem, I don't know if it is or not, but this is very slight. Consolidation is just beginning. So I'm not overly concerned about anything. I have some, I'm positioned in the case that consolidation does continue. And I'm also fine if it doesn't. What's going to tell me that consolidation is done? Well, I'm just going to need to see the daily here search for a higher low. So wherever this thing resolves on its way down, okay, it makes a bounce, comes back to make a higher low, and confirms a daily trend change. So in that particular scenario, wherever these price levels show themselves, that's where I'll be changing my stance. But right now, I'm in the stance of slight bearishness, and that could change on a dime. So it's the day in the life of a trader, right? So, but what I have noticed, because I do day trade CCJ every single day. So today was one of the most difficult days um, to buy dips. It just didn't happen, and there was no volume, and I couldn't go short because it just wasn't conducive. There was not enough good enough bounce to go. There was only one opportunity to go short was probably right here on this 5-minute chart, and I didn't really do it. I was actually long at the time in there. So, it's there was just no volume and no liquidity. So even small positions were kind of getting hunted down. So that to me is like hit the brakes, wait to see what happens. If it takes a week, it takes a week. If it takes 3 days, it takes 3 days. Takes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. That's kind of where I'm sitting. I'm in a position where I'm in puts that are already in profit, already trimmed some out. Those are fairly risk free at the moment. I'm looking to add on my bullish positions based upon this range or daily trend change. Over and out.